I'm ZAHIRAH from Pasir Ris Secondary School. This morning, the topic of my speech is happiness is. I believe that everybody has a different view on what they feel happiness truly is. It could be just a feeling that one has for something as simple as scoring straight A's for all one's tests, or being able to reward oneself and perhaps go on a holiday to a place or a country that one has always dreamt of visiting. Here, the idea of happiness itself is subjective. Can it really be defined? But then again, I feel that defining happiness is as hard as achieving it. Many of us may not know this, but Singapore has been reported to be one of the most unhappy countries in the world, even though it happens to be one of the richest as well. However, perhaps money can't always buy happiness. A 2014 Gallup report has shown that Singapore's wealthy population is even more unhappy than the ones in Haiti, Syria, and even Afghanistan and Iraq. This survey was carried out in 148 countries, asking about 1,000 people 5 questions about the positive experiences they had had the day before. These questions include if they had enough rest, had been treated with respect, and if they smiled or laughed a lot. However, in Singapore, only 46% of the people interviewed had answered yes to these questions, thus raising the question of why Singaporeans in Singapore are unhappy. Even in Syria, where uprisings are developing into a civil war, at least 60% of the people interviewed had given positive answers to the questions of this survey. I have of course read all of this data and information from an online PBS website, but right now, when you're hearing all of this, exactly what thoughts are running through your head? I have to admit, living in a fast-paced society like the one in Singapore isn't easy for students. Students who are intellectually more talented, or even those with an artistic talent of their own, would definitely excel compared to the just ordinary students. Have you ever felt so stressed sometimes that you just end up falling sick due to the tremendous amount of work that you had to do within that just one school day itself? This is especially so for upper secondary, polytechnic, and junior college students who have to learn to juggle between co-curricular activities, supplementary and remedial lessons, alongside with all the other extra meetings outside of co-curriculum hours. As such, it is tough for students to find enough time to rest, as not only will we be worrying about our academic work, we would also be worrying about our social life out of school. How to be a good student, but at the same time not look like a nerd. All of us want the best of both worlds. A good social life with many friends, and at the same time achieve excellent grades. And this will all undoubtedly leave us with very little opportunity to truly be happy and feel happy. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that happiness isn't something that you can achieve overnight. It's something that you have to experience through the journey of life itself. Sure, living these hard times, it is clearly not easy for us to stay happy and be optimistic all the time. But hey, let's look at it this way. By being happy and staying optimistic, not only will we be able to stay healthy and stay clear from all illnesses, we would also be able to live a much more fulfilling and well-lived life, but just taking things in our stride as we go. We only live once, and I'm pretty sure that all of us would want to live a happy life without regrets. The problem is, how can we do it? How can we be happy and still be competitive and successful? I feel that for most Singaporean parents, happiness would simply be just being able to see their children achieve excellent grades. And sure, there's nothing wrong with this. However, let's just take a moment to think about it. Is this really what true happiness is all about? Singaporeans need to be able to look at life in a whole different perspective in order to perhaps, maybe, one day, be able to experience this feeling that we have described as happiness. Thank you.